everyone, and welcome to Hooping Live. I am your host, Audrey here. If you guys don't know who I am Audrey in the hooping community, and this is Hooping Live, obviously as the title implies. And our show is every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on the YouTubes. We teach hula hooping and try to bring in awesome hoop dancing guests and answer, most importantly, we answer your comments and questions. And all you have to do is just post a comment down below as you would on any YouTube video, and we will answer them live for you. So if you're working on something in your own hoop practice, or maybe you are just wanting to put something out to the Hooping Live community, then you can send a comment and we will read it out loud. I have a lovely panel of hoopers, and Craig, who is the backstage man of everything, and they are very skilled hoopers and are incredibly great hosts of the show as well. So I'm going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves. Will, would you like to go ahead and say hello?
I can certainly do that. My name is Will Weimer. I have been hooping for just about 2 years now, and most of my style comes from my martial arts background, which is a lot of the footwork and focusing how to use that to position the hoop and everything like that. I met Audrey in October of this year, and I believe that's about the time when I joined the Hooping Live team. So, Miss Jenna.
Hey, all right, hey guys, I'm Jenna, as Will said. I've been hooping for about 3.5 years now, and I've said it on previous shows, and I'll say it again. I'm the only Midwest person on the panel, and it's really cold outside in Kansas today, and that's where I'm from. I should have probably prefaced it with that. I'm from Kansas, and it's really cold here. We got some snow last night. And so it's been really hard to find the motivation to hoop even inside. Like, I live in a not so great college apartment, and they're not very well insulated, so I like to spend a lot of time in bed just like curled up and hugging myself, trying to retain some body heat.
Like a lizard?
Yeah, it's cold. I don't like it.
Oh, I know. I saw that on the Weather Channel that it was like 17 degrees for a low or something like that.
Yep, and tomorrow's low is supposed to be like that.
Yeah, I saw that. That is poopy. Yeah. Anyway, Will, do you have any room to do a demo, or are you demoing today?
Not right now, because you guys can't see it, but I have wires like all over the place because I broke my one modem outlet over on this side of the wall. So like I had to like spider web everything around me. So in order to not take out my internet, I'm gonna not hoop right now. Audrey, you're muted. We still can't hear you.
Hello?
There you go.
Sorry, we didn't hear that earlier.
Stop it! Ew. Okay, sorry. Jenna's just staring at me like, I'm like, Jenna? Why aren't you replying? Would you like to do a demo?
Hear you, babe.
Still?
No, we can hear you now. No, we can hear you now. No,
Cool. You want to do a demo?
yeah, for sure.
I'm sweating.
Let me get all my crap.
Rub it in. Rub it in. Make Jenna feel easy. It is so hot right now.
Oh
my God! I bet it's so difficult for you guys to be hot in Florida. It's so hard to not be cold right now, huh?
I was outside hooping and sweating. It was just awful. So difficult.
I'm gonna hurt you, Will. I was sweating today. You know why? Because my winter jacket is so warm that walking from my car to my class like made my torso sweat, even though it was like 10 degrees outside.
That is the worst feeling ever. I hate that when it's like really cold out and you have to layer up so much that you actually sweat in the clothes, and you're like, I don't know what I want.
Exactly. Audrey understands.
Like the other day, like I love a hot bath. Quick thing.
Tangent.
I for some reason lately I've been like over exaggerating my pauses. Like if I'm saying something, I'll like stutter, purposely stutter for like way too long, and it makes everyone. Never mind. Jenna, just do a demo. I forgot what I was talking about. It was not relevant. Did she? Beautiful. That hoop is so awesome.
Ta-da!
You like that? You were rocking that one.
I haven't hooped in a while.
It's like always a really nice feeling when you haven't hooped in a while and you like pick it up and just like rock it. That's what happened with that Shake It Off video. I don't know if I'd actually even hooped for like a few days, maybe even like a week or something, but like I was just feeling like bursted with like stuff. So you guys want to see something really cool, and I hope this isn't appropriate. I'm not going to say it out loud. I'm going to see if you guys can get it. But this is one of my desk trinkets, and it's a little black cat, and it's a magnet. I'll let that one sink in. And if you get it, good for you. I feel like everyone's really confused right now. I want to know if anyone. I
got it.
Okay, yeah. Isn't that cute? Okay. So moving forward, a little bit background on myself. If you guys have not watched the show before, I've been hooping for 5, 6 years.
Forever.
I always say a new number, even though it's probably the same number I say every time, but it feels like a new number. Anyway, my space is getting cleaner-ish. I wish I could show you. Actually, you know what? I totally can. I'm going to go get my other camera in a second. I'll give you guys a little tour of my space so you guys can see what's going on in here. I'm a hoop pather, and so is Jenna. So if you guys have any questions about Hoop Path, this is the place to ask them. Also, if you guys have not gone to Hoop Path, I'm going to go ahead and remind you guys that this is the last Hoop Path retreat. So this will be the last one in North Carolina. So if you want to go, you need to go. And we're probably going to be holding a contest for some tickets, something kind of like we did for Florida Flow Fest. So be sure, yeah, woot woot. So be sure to keep watching if you're interested in going. I actually got this shirt here. If you guys haven't seen it before, Carborough Athletics, because there's so many hoopers in Carborough. I thought it was cute. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and do a quick little demo. I have been hooping a lot, but I've been more working on my turns. I think that I want to start to be able to do a lot more kind of ballet-like stuff with my hoop and seeing what I can do, becoming a lot more dancey than I was before, and kind of trying to I have this like kind of new theory. I love tricks and I'll still do them, but I'm trying to think like if I do like a chest roll or something, how can I make it look super like different looking, and like it's like almost like a mix of like ballet and odd style, which is like really awkward. So just kind of like awkward hooping ballet movements. I don't know. It feels really cool too because you're still getting that kind of nice feeling of hoops. I'll still do tricks and stuff and learn things for the show, but what it feels like is almost like I'm just dancing regularly, and I'm using the hoop to almost propel myself and to help me decide what my next move is going to be. Like if I do something like a fold, which are pretty unpredictable movements, maybe I catch a fold this way, which means I'm going to turn that way. I don't know, just kind of bouncing. It's like bouncing off a partner, like a dance partner. I've been trying to really work on that stuff lately. And anyway, I'll do a quick little demo. That's good enough. Whew. Got myself a little dizzy there. But I know it's a little boring right now, but that's kind of a few of the things I've been working on or trying to work with. We'll see how it turns out. It might be a really horrible phase I'm going through, but you don't know until you try, right? So anyway, as a few more of you file in, I'm going to go to the next little segment that I thought would be kind of cute. And Craig told us that we should have done this a long time ago, and it just never stuck. But I wanted the panel to talk a little bit about what they've been working on in their own hoop practice this past week, or what they've been thinking about if they haven't been hooping, because if you're a new hooper, I know that hooping kind of feels like an everyday sort of thing, which it typically is. But after a few years of hooping, you start to realize that there's like multiple layers of hooping, and not all of them include hooping 24/7, or being a stickler with yourself about it, which is still good, but to each his own. Will, did you want to talk a little bit about what you've been up to hoop-wise, or maybe just in general life right now?
This week, I have just been doing whatever I want with my hoop. I actually just went through an audition, and I failed my movement portion of the audition, which is like the dance and stuff. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to do whatever I want. I'm just going to be me, do whatever I want, do how I do, and enjoy it. So I was kind of like, this whole week is about, I don't know, vengeful hooping. Do what I want, and I'm going to look good when I do it. Yeah.
Good for you. You tell him who's boss, boy. What about you, Jenna?
Well, I haven't been able to get much hoop practice in because I am still in school. I'm a junior at KU this year, working my butt off. I got admitted into my school right before the semester started, like the applied behavioral science school. And so I've been really stressed with like classwork and all that stuff, but I've been doing like a lot of like, I don't know if other hoopers do this, but I do like mental hooping, where I'll listen to a song that I want to flow to, or I'll find a song that I'm like, oh, this would be really cool to hoop to, and I'll just kind of hoop in my head. Like either if I'm driving to class or if I'm sitting and doing homework, anything like that is kind of all mental for me. And I think really since last week's show, I've hooped maybe once, and that was like after last week's show. So it's been pretty crazy for me this last week. But I'm trying my best to balance school, work, the show, my friends, and just like finding time for myself, because I truly believe that even if you have like a significant other, or if you're super involved with your friend group, or like a sorority or some other kind of club, like you need to take time at least a couple times a week to just like do something by yourself, even if that just means like sitting in your room reading or being on the internet. Just like having time to yourself is really, really important, or at least I feel it's really important, just because it kind of like stabilizes your life and just everything like that. So yeah, that's what it is.
Nice, that was good. Thanks, Jenna. You're always such good at. Yeah, I feel weird now. I feel like everyone's like looking down at me. I can't. Is that okay?
Looks
Still
good to me.
okay.
It looks fine.
Wow, compare me to everyone else, Craig. Jeez.
Well, I was just trying to make a point. When you have
Point made.
a lot of people sit in front of a webcam and they center themselves in the camera, and then you're wasting like 30% of the shot with like wall or something, right?
Well, we're paying attention to you. I'm just kidding. I'm paying attention to you. Yeah, I understand. I'm trying to figure it out, but I wanted to get this camera so I could show you guys what's going on in my little area here. Let's see. Ein Moment. Let me.
You wipe the lens off. It's a little bit foggy.
I already did. Let me go try to find a lens cloth real quick. Jenna, do you want to talk about things that make you happy?
Things that make me happy. Well, if any of you follow me on any sort of social media, you will know that one thing that makes me really happy is my cat. I think a lot of hoopers are like that. If you have a cat.
Hoopers like cats. Hoopers like cats. I'll be right back.
Oh no! I think Jenna froze.
That's a really cool picture of her, though, frozen.
Cat is
Yeah, right.
I mean, if you're gonna have a frozen picture, that's a pretty cool.
Kind of.
Frozen picture.
I didn't know my picture was frozen.
Now you're back.
Okay, well, turns out he's not in the box. My roommate's cat's in the box. But this is my kitty, and she makes me very happy. No, right. Little brother cat that we have, and so she likes to think that she's queen bee of the house, and she kind of is. But my roommate's cat has gotten big enough that he can kind of kick her butt now, which didn't used to be the case, and she's not very happy about it. So they get in fights, and thankfully no fight has ever gone down during the show, or else you would have heard Kitty screaming and me yelling and probably my roommate yelling. They fight a lot, just put it that way. They're quite the pair. They used to cuddle, they don't anymore, if that says anything. So that's what makes me happy, cats.
I agree. Okay. Does that look better?
It looks pretty good.
I feel like I look so pale and like.
I think the white balance is off a little bit or something. Do you have like a white sheet of paper you can hold in front of it for a second? Maybe that would help.
No.
Okay.
So
Alright.
disappointing.
Let's just do this. How about we do this? You guys can just deal with it.
No,
All
it looks
right.
pretty good, Audrey. I mean, it's good enough.
We're gonna go on an adventure. Whoa, that's weird. Okay, sorry, that was like right there. Okay, that's my ceiling.
Ah!
Alright, so this is my little setup right now. That's where I do my work and talk to you guys. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with those lamps, but we'll work on that. I got a file cabinet. That's my surfboard. And then this is my light thing that I hit my head on a lot. I got 2 chairs, so when I have hoopingLIVE guests, they can have fuzzy goodness all up in their place. Over there is my pantry of goodies. I got a, don't know how to really use my hand. Oh, hello. That is a Minecraft torch. This is my face. And then this is where the bed is, but you guys saw that. Anyway, so that's what my new little office space looks like. I'm pretty stoked about it. It's going to be really nice to have guests and whatnot on the show. Because we'll have a place to sit and be happy and merry. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get to some of these comments and stop the chitter chatter, because I honestly, sometimes when I talk on the show, I'll get lost in my own words, and then I'll like realize that everyone's just kind of sitting there like, where is she going with this? And then I'm like talking to myself, and never mind. Okay, so Kamika Davis says, "Hi Audrey, hi Will, hi Jenna. Happy hooping to you all. Thank you for the awesome show. You guys are great. My question is, what are the first tricks you learned when you started hooping?" Will, would you like to go ahead and answer that first?
The first trick that I picked up on would be the isolation. I watched somebody do it, and I was just like, I'm gonna do that, and then I picked up a hoop and started doing it. The first trick that I like had somebody teach me was the circus start, because I was like, oh, that looks really good, and I agree. I still think it looks really good, so it's a good trick to learn. Really, in fact, it's the first trick that I teach anybody whenever they are like, oh, how do I do that? I'm like, oh, let me show you a really cool one to learn, and then I teach them that, and then they keep doing it all day. In fact, all of my roommates can do it.
That's pretty sweet. I don't know what that one is.
The where you have like one leg inside the hoop and you push it up. It's like the reverse of an escalator, I guess. Isn't that escalators when it goes down and around?
Yeah.
So you push it back up. I'll show it to you. It's really good.
Okay, cool.
As soon as I show it, you'll be like, oh yeah, that one, yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. What about you, Jenna?
I think the first like trick that I taught myself was where you like, I guess I can do it. I saw someone do it in a hooping video, and I was like, that looks like magic. I have to learn it. But it's like,
Well, that's.
you're just passing it from your elbows, and I caught that. That was an awesome catch. But yeah, that was like the first trick I taught myself. That and knee hooping for some reason just like really fascinated me. I don't know. I don't know. Big. What you pick catches your attention.
Is she glitching on you guys too? Is it just me?
She's glitching on me.
Okay, Jenna, you be glitching. It's either you look like really good or you like glitchy.
I don't know what to tell you guys. I have really crap internet.
It's okay. We still love you. My first the first trick I learned, I think I actually have it videotaped and it's on my YouTube channel. I think it was the vortex. It was the vortex and knee hooping. I feel like a lot of the times it's like the vortex or like isolations because they're like things that look really cool, and when you see them you're like, I want to learn it, and like you learn it instantly. I don't know. That's what it was like for me. But yeah, I don't know. Just those are some of the first ones I learned that I loved. I never, Jenna, you're silly. Okay, moving on. Let's see. That one's O.P. Taylor says, where in North Carolina? Carborough, North Carolina, at the campus that has blue in the thing. She also says, hi, gorgeous. Oh, hello. Thank you. Josiah Slazak. Sorry. So, no, we already did that one. No, we didn't. Oh, everyone's just saying hi to all of us today. This is awesome.
That hi, gorgeous, was actually delivered to me. She was talking about me.
Oh,
I'm
sorry. I don't know why I did that.
You gotta keep up on top of this.
What?
You gotta keep up on top of that. When somebody says, hey, gorgeous, to some people, you just gotta accept that it might not be you.
Maybe stop yelling at me.
Don't tell me what to do.
Okay. Well, I won't do that anymore. Hey, Audrey, Will, and Jenna, I was wondering if you have any tips for keeping yourself from becoming too dizzy when hooping. I find after having a flow session, I feel so dizzy and sometimes even a little nauseous. Do you guys ever experience this? Thanks. Yes, all the time. And it totally is not fun at all. So, what I like to do is, I think we've talked about this a couple times, obviously you can spot if you want, which is just catching different points when you turn and focusing on them instead of focusing on the fact that everything around you is spinning. Or you can bounce, which kind of helps equal things out. So like if you're spinning, it's just like bouncing on your toes, just kind of go like this. And that's always seemed to kind of help get rid of the spinny feelings. But honestly, I don't really know if you can condition yourself for it or not. I think that that's just kind of part of hooping, is sometimes you're going to feel dizzy, especially if you're doing a lot of sustained spinning. Will, do you have any tips on that?
Just if it gets too bad, the best thing you can do is put your feet and your hands on a flat surface. That's actually very good because the vestibular stimulation that causes dizziness can also be outdone by having your hands flat on something or your feet flat on something. It also goes really well if you have the spins or anything like that. So, you know, if you've been drinking a lot and you have the spins, put your hands flat on something and you'll be good.
There you go, that works too. What about you, Jenna?
My tips are pretty much the same as Audrey's. I do the bounce a lot, and it looks silly in the moment, but it works.
It does. If you guys also, just so you know, you can rewatch all of these episodes, and we are working on trying to get an index made for all the episodes that we've filmed already. So if you guys want to look at a trick that we've talked about before, we can reference you to a video so we don't repeat ourselves too much in the episodes. But also, if, say you want to copy something like Jenna did in her demo, or you want to learn a trick and that Will explain, but you want to rewatch it, all these shows are recorded, so you can rewatch them afterwards as many times as you want. My hand looked really big when I did that. And
it's like the old 3D movie.
Coming for you. Anyway, gosh, sometimes my weirdness throws me off. I don't think that's a good thing. Anyway, words, Audrey, come on, you're doing so well.
I don't know what I'm talking about either.
Literally just drew a total blank. I was like, where am I? I'm just kidding. Words. Jenna's thing. Learn it. What I was trying to say is that you guys can communicate with each other. Don't look at me like that. You guys can communicate with each other down below. So not only can you rewatch the video, as I said, but you can also continue to comment, and we will always try to go through the videos and comment back to you, even after the show is long done and gone and said and moving forward in life. So also you can communicate with each other, so you guys can comment back and forth. So if one of you out there have a really good tip for not getting dizzy, you can post it down below during the live show, or you can even comment back to the person that asked the question yourself. So it's just kind of fun because I feel like everyone can well, you can kind of, I can hear my echo and it's really throwing me off. Who? Will?
No, it's not me.
Okay.
I can hear my echo.
I'm muting you. Words. Okay, cool. The echo's gone. It was you, Will. Get over it. Okay, moving forward. Let me focus. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. Dawn Hoop says, any tips for making up choreography? Actually, I've been thinking a lot about Jenna, what are you laughing at?
Oh, nothing.
What?
Will.
Oh, he's being a... He's... Anyway, I've been in a really weird mood all day. I'm pretty sure I've annoyed everyone that I've talked to. Not even kidding. Choreography, yes. I've been thinking a lot about that lately. When I first started dancing, I pretty much do everything. I've never actually choreographed anything before, and the only time I did do it, it was like a total failure, and really awkward, and everyone's like, it didn't look good. And I think that hoops, especially, you have to like, unless you're like a professional dancer, a choreographerist, it can be a little difficult. But I've been doing actually research on choreography, how to create it, what you have to do to actually properly do it, and I actually do sketches. But what I do to do choreography, because I've been working on it, because I want to choreograph a piece really badly. So what I do is I listen to a song that I want to dance to, and I will write down but I won't go from second to second. It'll be like, do a smear into a chest roll, and I'll have a picture of a smear with a little bit maybe like details, like point toe down during smear, and then I'll have an arrow to the next move, to the chest roll, and then in between that arrow I'll have like in little parentheses, I don't have it on me right now, I'll have like spin counterclockwise with hoop to put into the next position. I've also been researching ballet terms and stuff and trying to really work on creating movements. And we've talked about this a lot before. Actually, Jenna and I have talked a lot about kind of like hoop diary stuff and whatnot. You have a hoop diary, right?
Yeah, but I don't use it nearly as often as I would like to.
Mine's pretty much to-do lists for hoopingLIVE that I never get done, and like pictures of cats that I draw, and love notes to Craig, of course, but don't tell him. I'm just kidding. But like, in all honesty, it's so funny. I hate to break away, but like, if you're a hoopingLIVE viewer, then you've probably noticed all the stuff that like Craig and I film and talk about, and I have had so many people, and this is funny. I've had so many people think that Craig and I are dating. So there's like been tons of people that think that him and I are lovers. And if you guys have wondered that, we are loving friends. So I know this, I don't want to disappoint you, Craig, but you know, yeah, it's reality. But no, we aren't dating, but he is like my best friend, and I do care about him a lot. But a lot of people are always like, he always calls you beautiful. I'm like, okay, I call my best friend beautiful all the time, like, ew.
Hey, a fact is a fact. Simple as that.
Anyway, and the other thing that I thought was funny is on the Kim Logan video of her playing the guitar and me dancing, someone wrote, like, how long have you two been dating or something? And she sent me a screenshot of it. Someone thought that Kim and I were dating because our chemistry in the video was so good. So I thought that was kind of funny. I think someone's actually asked if I was dating Jenna once too. I don't know. Everyone just assumes everyone's. Yeah. Maybe this is a good time to ask you a question, Jenna. I've been thinking a lot about it. Will you be my right-hand man?
Yes. All emotional.
Alright, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm Skyping right now and I'm not focusing on my facial structure. Trying to keep it looking good. Anyway, what was I talking about? That's what I'm talking about, getting off topic. Good Lord, Audrey Catherine. Choreography. Anyway, is that when you're dancing or thinking about choreography, is expressing a sound with your hoop. So maybe like a sound of a violin, and it's however you want to envision it, but maybe you think a violin sounds like a chest roll, and like bass sounds like, you know, brakes and paddles, or, you know, everything kind of has a different look. So if you just kind of think about that, and maybe if you're hearing the song for the second time, you just kind of let flow kick in, and say, oh, I know really slow parts coming up, and I know that this would look really pretty in a sustained spin, or this would translate really well into like, I don't know, like an elevator or something. But just think about how movements work on your body and how they would translate well into music, because that's what I do. A lot of people say, oh, I love, your flow, Audrey. It looks so dancey, and it's like I'm really not a good dancer, but when I have my hoop taught me how to dance better. But like when I have my hoop, it's just I know what I want things to look like, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I'm translating sound into movement, which is why it looks choreographed or whatever. Will, do you ever choreograph anything?
I do like the light choreographing that you were talking about earlier, where you're like, oh, at this time it's a little bit slower, so I'm gonna slow down the pace with it. That's pretty much what I do. Other than that, I'll listen to a song a few times and be like, oh, well, that particular part, especially like cellos or something like that, like if it's an orchestra and a cello plays and it's like slow, I'm just like, oh yeah, that's a point to like accent, just like, ooh, slowly moving the hoop around and then boom, back into something quicker or whatever. That's basically how I do all of my stuff for my routines. You're muted. Still muted.
What about you, Jenna?
I pretty much do the same thing as Audrey and Will. If I ever find a song that I'm like, ooh, I'm going to hoop to that, I'll listen to it like once or twice and just do my mental hooping that I talked about earlier and just be like, oh, that would be a really cool place to do a jump through, or like if it's a faster song, that would be a really good place to do breaks and paddles or stuff like that. But I have never personally choreographed everything, but in Lawrence, where I live, we do a St. Patrick's Day parade, and actually Hoop Mamas, who I buy all my hoops from, we get like a group together and choreograph a small routine for the judges, and so I'm a part of choreographed routines, and actually we won second place last year in the parade, and so we're going for first this year. But yeah, I don't personally choreograph any of my videos or anything like that.
Yeah, I think that, choreographed videos can look really good, and I think that with time and as hooping progresses, people can really figure out how to make it look good. Otherwise, it just looks like two hoopers trying to do the same thing at the same time. But I think that the most beautiful choreography I've ever seen with hooping is when the hoopers are doing different movements that seem like they're in the same family. So maybe smears, but going the opposite way. If you're doing a chest roll, maybe you're doing like another kind of roll, but work kind of together, like more like this and less like this. Even though that's a lot of fun. Will looked really scared there for a second. Okay.
My phone started ringing. I didn't know if you guys could hear that.
Oh, I heard it.
Oh, sorry.
Who's texting you?
My mother.
The girl.
Just my mother.
Oh, that's what you call her now? All right. Just kidding. Hi, Mom. Do any of your parents watch the show?
I have no idea.
I think my mom watched like one show before I got my nice web camera, and that's what prompted her to buy me an HD web camera, because she was like, you look like crap on the show, here you go.
Aww.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, my mom always like, send me the link. I'm like, okay. She goes, I can't find it. I'm like, I tagged you in it. You can find it. She's like, can you text it to me?
Your mom is so cute.
Go to bed. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Anyway, moving forward. Choreography. Okay. Ray Ann Peruganan. On a quick note, I know I've said like 5 times a day. I'm sorry if I butcher your name, but I wanted to bring forth a topic. Did I talk about the message last week from the person that got mad that I butchered their name?
No.
No.
Okay. Maybe that was last week's show. So I want to like put a quick note out to all of you viewers and to all those that don't know me, or only have heard rumors or whatever. I am a little dyslexic, and words are hard for me to read and to see. I mean, literally, I read Lord of the Flies, and I mean, this is how bad it was. We had book reviews at my high school. Everyone had to read the same book and then talk about it in class. And I would read the book, and I would read a completely different story than what was actually happening. And then we go and like group things, and everyone would be talking about the book, and I'd be like, "That happened?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so happy she had a baby." They're like, "There are no babies in the book." So, I mean, and that's a real life example. Like that's how bad it is. I'm not as bad anymore, but for some reason it is sometimes hard for me to talk, and read, and do math. I'm not dumb. Well, but I'm just kidding. It's just that's why I went to art schools. I'm better with creating visual things and not adding numbers and using letters as numbers, which makes no sense, first of all. And second of all, a ghost number, a number ghost, what are they called?
I don't know.
Ghost numbers, like numbers that don't even exist.
You mean like imaginary numbers?
Don't even get me started. Like, ew, first of all. Second of all, ew, who made that up? Third of all, ew. So,
Audrey, while we're talking about visual things, can we do the screenshot? Can you grab a hoop? We need that for this one.
should I hold my cat magnet up?
Sure.
No, I'm not going to do that. That's inappropriate.
I literally just got the joke with the cat magnet.
You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Let me make sure it's good. Stand by just 1 second. It looks good. You want another one?
No, I'm just trying to make myself look like I did when I was 15. Close enough. Okay, so anyway, moving forward, sorry guys, we have to get screenshots and stuff. I still think it'd be fun if we like get really like have our artistic community on the Hooping Live show make different images for each of the shows, like almost like a little mini contest, like make something up real quick and we'll use it. I don't know, it could be cute. I'll put it in the idea book. But anyway, I butcher people's names a lot, and my number one rule on the show, and we try to stick by it as much as we can, is we try not to use bad language because we don't know what age our viewers are, and it doesn't even matter if they have ages or not. It's just kind of like, you know, I'm not saying I don't cuss because I'm no angel, but it just seems like it's like an unnecessary thing to have on the show. And the other thing is I try to be positive and nice. Even if I don't agree with something someone said, or if someone's being rude, even if someone's being rude in a comment not on Hooping Live, I try to always look at it in the most positive way that I can, even if it hurts my feelings or I get angry. I've learned that expressing that anger or being mean has never put me in a good position. But last week there was a viewer that got really upset that I butchered their name and sent me a message saying, you know, that they felt like a little like their feelings had been hurt, that they thought that I didn't like having older viewers, and that I laughed at their name, and I wrote back, said that I was not laughing at their name and that I was laughing at myself and my inability to pronounce things, which happens all the time. I always laugh at the fact that I can't. I mean, I have one of our longtime viewers had to literally spell out her name for me because, like, I still probably can't say it right, but, you know, it's just, I have trouble with it sometimes. So if I ever mispronounce your name or you think that I'm laughing at you in a malicious way, I promise you, you are mistaken. I would never, ever do that on the show, and the panel members wouldn't either. So if it ever comes off that way, I'm sorry. I am told that I have resting butthead face, and so, or when it looks like I'm really mad when I'm like not. Hold on, see if it works. Do I look mean? Like, do I look like I'm giving you a bad look?
Yep.
You look bored.
Hold on, let me like think about something happy. Not better, is it?
No, that's better.
Okay, well that's what I look like when I'm thinking about cats, so. And like, so just if I ever look like I'm pissed about something, I'm not. And I felt so bad that this person thought that I was laughing at them. I mean, I was practically in tears about it. So I don't care if you are 3 years old. I don't care if you are 94. I don't care if you are. I don't care what color you are, where you live, what your screen name is, as long as it's not offensive. And, you know, I don't care how you type. I don't care if you use abbreviations or if you spell something wrong. I don't care. I'm not going to be mean about anything like that. So if anyone's ever felt like I was mean to them, I'm apologizing right now, and I'm apologizing in advance for ever mispronouncing anything at all. But I just want to put that out there. So I'm going to finish my reading of this.
Audrey, and you got to add, as long as they watch the show.
Huh?
As long as they watch the show.
Yes, what he said.
That's important that they watch.
You're an important thing. Anyway, so Rianne Puruganen says, Puruganen. Anyway, says, struggle. Totally blanked out there for a second. It totally went to space. I was like, Anyway, cool, and I need help. Someone said, someone ran. I am sorry, says, struggling with sticking my leg back into the hoop after taking it out when leg hooping on top of that. I've been trying to kick the hoop back up to my waist after putting my leg in. Any tips? Hopefully that made sense. Yes, it made sense. I think we talked about this last week, didn't we?
I think we talked about like putting your leg back in, but I don't know if we addressed the second part where she's like getting it back up to her waist.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go over this really quick. When you're leg hooping, if you spin the direction the hoop's going, you'll stall an opening that's in the hoop right there. Well, anyway, it's kind of like going like this. It's that opening in the hoop, and if you spin, you stall that opening. And if you're standing still, you know, that opening does not open as long. So if you kind of take your body this way and move, just like your torso, you're going to stall that. So with your leg, when you're learning how to do this, if you think about that opening and the timing, I like to start thinking about putting my leg back in when I feel the hoop going around the back of my leg. You can like just kind of and stick it in, or you can move your body like this and kind of almost move your body the way the hoop's going to stall that opening a little bit longer. You know, timing's everything. Yeah, or you can try to spin or something. But if you want to kick it up to your waist, I never really did this trick before, or like I never really used it in my own practice. Is she talking about from the floor or from your knees?
I think from her knees.
Okay. Well, I've seen it done. I don't do it a lot. I've never really used it in my own practice, but I've seen people take it and just kind of like almost shimmy their foot in and kind of almost kick the hoop up onto their waist. I don't know. Jenna, do you have any idea about that?
I've done it on accident a few times. But I do know like generally what she's talking about. I don't know how I could possibly explain it because as I said, I've never done it on purpose. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's all right. What about you, Will?
I don't do much leg hooping at all, unfortunately. But
Yeah, that's all right. A lot of guys I found don't.
I did it to learn it and wanted to do it, and then I never really picked it back up after that.
Yeah, oh, that's all right. Well, hopefully that helped. If not, you can further your question in the comments, and we'll try to help you as much as we can, and maybe other people can give a little advice too. And you can always post y'all's advice to something that we talk about if we don't know the right answer down below, and I can read it out loud. I mean, it's teaching everyone something, so don't hesitate. The next comment is from Bryant. Hi, Bryant. He says, "Hi, I just got back from India like 2 days ago, and I'm so tired. I never experienced such cold weather and high altitude before. The teacher said I lost my mind or something when we were camping. I never went hiking high up before. I was a beach boy all my life. Anyway, so I successfully spread the word of the hoop. I did like 3 street performances and drew so many crowds. The teachers were super impressed by my skills. I was on how to hoop dance. It's very hard to teach kids. My question is, what was your first teaching experience?" I'm going to let... Will, have you taught before?
I have not taught like at a festival or something before. I have taught like a small group of people before, but that's it.
Okay. Well, do you want to talk a little bit about that? And then, Jenna, you can too. I'm going to run to the ladies' room really quick.
As far as teaching, for what I learned, especially from martial arts, is nobody likes to hear no, never say but, and no, nothing is wrong. That sounds ridiculous, but it's true. You don't sit there and say, no, that's the wrong way you're doing it wrong. Instead, say, oh, I like the way Jenna is doing her leg hooping. She's making sure to push the hoop around her instead of just putting both knees out separate ways and letting it drop to the ground. That's very good, Jenna. And then over here, if Audrey hears me say that to Jenna, Audrey's going to pick up on what to do properly. Another thing is if you do have to like specifically direct like a compliment, or I'm sorry, a correction towards somebody, follow compliment, correct compliment. So I really like the way that you're moving your arms and you're hooping, but let's go ahead and try to keep those knees together when we do this. That's very good. Good, you got this. Very good. So it starts on a positive note, ends on a positive note, and that's the best way to do teaching that I know of. Jenna?
No, I definitely agree. I've never like formally there we go, words. I've never formally taught hooping like in a class or anything, but I do know what Will is talking about, where you go like positive comment, correction, positive comment, because for those of you who don't know, I have a musical background. I play trumpet, not so much anymore, but when I was in high school, I was in the marching band for my school, and I was a section leader, so I like told all my little trumpets what to do, and we were actually taught that little technique of teaching, and we called it the crap sandwich, because you say something nice, and then you say something not so nice, and then you say something nice again. But that's the only teaching I've ever done, and it's nothing to do with hooping. So you're muted, Audrey.
Teaching's teaching, so I mean, whatever advice you can give is great. But first of all, it's awesome that you got to experience that. I am so proud and happy to know someone that's getting to do cool stuff like that. And hopefully I'll be able to do it too, or we can all do it someday. That could be fun. Anyway, my first experience or teaching hooping. If we don't count the times like where I had friends over, I'd have so many friends over from my high school that I would teach how to hoop. I made hoops. I would give away hoops like it was my job. I mean, I was just handing them out to people like, you gotta do this, it's awesome. And I would teach anyone and everyone, like literally anybody I could teach, I would teach. I mean, I went up to a caterpillar, I'm like, dude, you gotta try it. That was so bad. Oh my god, I'm so sorry I said that. Anyway, I pronounced her name right. Sorry. Focus. What was that, Will? You re-show me that right now.
That was Jenna Instagramming my faces from the.
Let me see.
It's a video.
Let me see. Oh.
Hold on. Are you on Instagram?
I am.
Am I friends with you?
Insta-bam! Oh, that was not funny there. Well, Jenna, if you can send me that video, I can put it on the hoopingLIVE Instagram.
I was going to say hashtag.
Okay.
Yeah, let's try trying to. If you guys ever have any photos or anything you guys want me to put on the Instagram, just send them to me and I'll pop them up there because we gotta get that Instagram rolling.
Oh.
Anyway, let me move forward on this comment really quick. But my first real experience teaching, Bonnie Brown actually taught me how to properly teach because I had to assist her in a lot of festivals and stuff like that. But I started the Ringling Hoop Jam and started teaching people then. And I just found that patience is super important. If you're doing it with kids, use easy words, make it simple, make artistic references to things like, like kids' books, like the caterpillar. What's up with me and caterpillars today? Like, like little simple things, like moving around your hips like a blob. I don't know, like something creative and cute for kids. And adults, you just have to, reinforce them because a lot of people, if they're finding hula hooping, they're either interested or they're trying to lose weight, and especially those who are trying to get fit, you want to make sure that they know, like, you're gonna feel muscles here when you do this, or try to give them as much of a physical description as you can so they can really feel it in their body. And I just found that patience is great, and unless you're good in your second current, trying to do this trick in your second current so you understand what they're going through is also really cool. And helps. Alright, I'm going to hurry up. We're going to go a little bit over today, but I want to get through a few more of these questions real quick. Kamika Davis says, thanks guys, what's your favorite type of music to hoop to? So far, for me, it's liquid drum bass. However, how do you hoop to music you don't connect to? Do you force yourself and push yourself through it anyway? At Hoop Path, Baxter makes us listen to a huge variety of music just so we can experience different flow and movement and dance in our hoop and in our body. I think that even if you don't connect to it, just I might just be weird saying this. I don't know if I'm going to agree with myself later, but I don't think you necessarily have to connect to the music to connect to the dance. Like, we hoop in silence. Jen and I hoop in silence all the time. I don't know if Will does as much. I know at first I had to have music, or I literally could not hoop if I didn't have music. But now, silence is fine, and, any kind of music I listen to, I'll find a way to get funky with it, and it's just kind of fun. So maybe hoop to silence. Jenna and I have actually recommended hooping to music that maybe you don't connect to, just to see what happens. I mean, Will, do you want to talk about when you, didn't you have an experience lately with different kinds of music and hooping? Was that you that said that?
Yeah, I kind of stayed away from what I used to do all the time, which was listening to like the Liquid Stranger and Spangle and Beats Anthony and stuff like that. But I kind of got away from that, and I went towards like classical stuff and like heavy metal stuff. Like I went all over. Basically, what I looked for was there's always just one part of that song that it really connects well with what you're going to be doing, and you can focus in on that. It could be the bass line. It could be just like the drums. Anything. It could be the vocals or, I don't know, part of the ensemble that's playing that you really connect with and can figure out that's what you want to match to, that's what you want to be with. And then once you make that connection, then you feel like you get that drive, you get that excitement, like, oh yeah, I'm doing good. So I think that's, at first, it can be kind of, it feels a little forced. You're like, oh yeah, let me just try this. But after that, you pick up on it pretty easily. Audrey, you are muted.
Smiles.
Feedback. We were getting feedback, so that's why I muted you.
It's fine. I figured. I just forgot. Okay, I'm gonna move on to these questions really quick because I did want to talk to you guys about one more thing before we ended the show. Jessica Ellen says, "Hey, I've missed you guys after watching the recording and missing being here live. School's been crazy, but I'm still here. Much love to you guys. I'm so glad that you're here live tonight. You know, if you can't watch the show live, guys, like I said, don't feel bad. Oh my gosh, I just got that weird piercing, like, sound in my ear, you know, where it sounds like there's a really loud, like, bee. Anyway, that freaked me out. It's fun to be live because it kind of feels like you're having a conversation, which is one of the reasons why we started this, was because, you know, a lot of hoopers can't be with a community. And I know when, you know, I first started hooping, and I know Jenna knows about this too, there weren't a lot of people around to talk to about hooping, and it felt a little isolated, actually, at times. So I'm hoping that for new hoopers, I've said this many times, can feel like they're part of something with Hooping Live, and that it feels like a community, much like Hoop Path is, and that you guys feel like you can openly talk to any of the panel members and feel like you're a part of something. I mean, even if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you have internet and you have your hoop, sometimes it's fun to maybe make us full screen and hoop while Jenna's doing her demo. It makes you feel like you're with someone. So hopefully our mission will be missioned. But anyway, much love to you too, and thank you for the sweet comment. Opie Taylor says, UNC Chapel Hill, yes. My daughter's a freshman there. I was just there yesterday. Cool. Oh, that's awesome. Cool. Yeah, that's a great school. Beautiful campus. But yeah, it's in the auditorium, the big gym. Kamika Davis says, well, you guys are great. Thank you. We think you're great. And she said, yay. And she said, no, Audrey, you're the first person to acutely pronounce my name. Don't be hard on yourself. I'll try not to, but I mean, I have done some serious butchering before, so anyway, and I'm going to take this as the last comment. Says, from Kamika as well. Hi, Will, do you think having a martial arts background helps you do hooping? I imagine so, especially Tai Chi. Will?
Absolutely. Absolutely, without a doubt. There's different movements and breathing techniques that just automatically happen as soon as I started with any type of hooping. The footwork too, stances, understanding which stances are good for balance, what's cross-stepping and everything like that. It works, and I feel like that's why I was able to pick up on hooping so quickly, was because I already had that kind of skill and familiar background with an art, much like hooping or a flow art.
Awesome. I'm excited for you to teach me some of that stuff. That'll be cool. Well, before we wrap up, I wanted to just say one more quick thing. I don't want this to sound weird, because I know that there are people that have millions and millions of subscribers and viewers, and I know that we're still a smaller community, but I've gotten a few comments on some of my videos, and I typically brush them off. And, you know, if you're commenting on my video and you're a hater, you know, you're leaving me a comment and you're bringing in flow to the show. So, I mean, that's better for us. You know, Craig's really taught me how to accept and, like, just kind of blow that stuff off. But I wanted to just take a time. I'm making a video about this, but if you're here now, I just want to let you guys know that, you know, no one's perfect, and that we've all made mistakes. And, you know, there have been people that have left really mean comments about myself, and just silly things. And I want you guys to know that, like, I know that a lot of people, and at least I do this, I always strive to try to be like a perfect version of myself, and I feel like, and I made a status about this yesterday, and I'm going to read it to you guys really quick, but don't hold yourself up to be something that only brings you down. Like, you're already the perfect you, you know? It's just, you can just do a few things to maybe, like, better certain parts of your life, or, you know, create something more healthy. But, like, you know, I'm realizing, because when I look at other people, like when I look at Jenna or Will or Craig, maybe it's because I love them, but, like, I see, you know, perfection. And when I talk to you guys, it's like I'll get messages saying, like, hey, I know you're busy and this probably doesn't matter, but I just want to let you know, blah blah blah. And it's like, your guys' comments and messages mean the world to us. I mean, it doesn't matter if you say one little sentence or you write us a whole page. I mean, the fact that you even take the time to watch this show is like, that's like a huge compliment. And I'm getting a little off right now, but anyway, I don't want you guys to think that, like, everything's, like, perfect. Like, I've gone through a lot of stupid things in my life, and I've done a lot of stupid things, and I want you guys to know that if you ever hear rumors about anyone, but I am talking a little bit about myself, rumors or even facts that are disappointing, just, you know, I just want you guys to remember that we all make mistakes, and not to let stuff like that, if that ever happens to you, if someone's bad-mouthing you, to not let that stuff get you down, because those mistakes are what shape us to be the person that we are right now. And the things that are good about us shape us too. But, like, you know, I don't know. I got a really hurtful comment recently, and I don't know who saw it and who didn't see it, but I hope none of you saw it, because it was pretty painful to read, but, you know, whatever. I love all of you, and I appreciate all of you guys for watching, and I know Jenna, Will, and Craig do too. But for those of you who aren't friends with me on Facebook, I did want to read you my status really quick before we wrap up, because I went on, like, I very, very rarely go on rants where I get really mad and express myself. I usually just punch a pillow and go eat a sandwich or something and get over it. But, like, for some reason, I've been dealing with a lot of stuff lately and trying to clean up my house and my life and just everything around me. And I had this kind of epiphany, because, you know, I had someone say, like, oh, well, you know, it doesn't make any sense. You think that you always act like you're some hippy-dippy yoga chick, but I know that you drink whiskey and stuff like that. And, like, someone gave me crap for liking Taylor Swift, and I was like, why does that matter? Like, it shouldn't. And I know it's cliche to say it shouldn't matter, but a lot of people have said that to me before. So anyway, I wanted to read you guys a status real quick, because I know that I feel like a lot of people in the hooping community especially deal with this. So I said, I love Taylor Swift. I love 50 Shades of Grey. Yes, I have read every one of the books. I love cats. I love hooping and every hooper. I love Taco Bell. I love kale. I love whiskey. I love yoga. I love trees. I love clothes. I love photography. There are so many things that I love, and I'm writing this because recently I've spent time going through every box, nook, and cranny of my house to purge and organize all the stuff that I have. And trust me, I have a lot of stuff. I save everything. When I was cleaning my closet, I had a friend come over to help me organize. This person told me that they found it weird that I had a bunch of Abercrombie & Fitch clothes mixed in a sea of black pants and band tees. They also gave me some crap about all the labels I had in my collection of clothing. After I was done cleaning and sat back to look at all that I had, I realized that every single article that I had kept, I loved. I love my high heels, and I love my From First to Last band t-shirts. Some days I wake up feeling like I want to wear black and hoop. Some days I want to wear organic cotton and eat Taco Bell. The moral of this post is that I love the fact that all the stuff that I have makes sense to who I am as a person. Maybe it's not a pattern that other people understand, but that odd pattern is Audrey. So if you love to do yoga and eat junk food, maybe even at the same time, embrace it. Be you, be weird, be a strange mixture of everything you love. But most of all, love yourself and give extra love to those that you love. Happy late Valentine's Day. So I'm telling you guys this because I feel like, especially in the hooping community, sometimes you put yourself in a place where you're like, God, I have to do yoga, and I have to eat like this, and I have to hoop like this, and if I don't stretch every day, then I'm not going to be good, and blah, blah, blah. And I do think it's very, very important to have a routine and to be healthy. But if you like weird things that don't meet the norm of maybe the group you hang out with, I just think that we should just embrace it and just like deal with it. That hurt. And just, just go along with it. Okay, I'm gonna shut up and let Will say his goodbyes. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Will.
All right, my name is Will Weimer. You can find me on Facebook or on YouTube. It's WYMER. And also, you can add my performance profile, which is Will Spinobi Weimer. That's fine. That's pretty much the best way to get in contact with me.
Sweet. Thanks, Will. Are you okay?
Me?
Me?
Oh no, Will, you looked like really like weird for I don't know, like
I'm
your
like,
you look.
I'm like slouching over, so like there's a moment where my belt like pushes on my stomach and then sends all my blood up to my face.
Oh no.
It sounds really
That does
funny.
not sound healthy.
Yeah, like if I lean forward, it's okay.
Right. All right, Jenna, go ahead.
All right, guys. As Audrey said, my name's Jenna. If you want to find links to pretty much any social media ever, I'm kind of on all of them. You can just go to the Hooping Live page on hoopinglive.com. There we go, words. Just go to hoopinglive.com. In the left-hand side, I think it is, there'll be like team members and then my name and it's Jenna Drake. If you didn't know that. Click on that. It'll bring you to a page you can go to my flavors page, which has all the social media stuff, and there's also a link to my YouTube page as well. So yeah, thanks for watching that, guys.
The coolest of beans. Thanks, guys. And of course, thank you, Craig, for being the tech man behind the show. We are going to have an after-show party thing. It won't be too long, but I would love to see and hear from any and all of you. So if you have a camera and a microphone and want to come in and do some video chatting with anyone that stays, you're welcome to do so. If you're interested in being part of the Hooping Live team, it is also a good opportunity to come in and learn a little bit about being a part of the team, or if you already know about it and want to be a part of the team, you can come in and talk to us about it. Or you can email me at info@hoopinglive.com. You can email any part of the panel. Just be sure to put their name and who it's to in the description box of the email, and it will be forwarded on. Any information that you want to find out about Hooping Live, you can go to hoopinglive.com and find all of our links. We have all the social medias, so be sure to like us on Instaface, Facebook, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, all of those shenanigans, and learn more about what we have going on with Hooping Live, which is a lot, especially now that I'm actually going to get focused. You saw the space. This is a space in which one could not be focused in. That was double negative. Anyway, so the link for the after show will be posted on the Hooping Live Facebook page, facebook.com/hoopinglive. So come in, say hello, and until then, we will see you guys next Monday if we don't see you after the show. And the after show, let me see how many times I can say that. If we don't see you tonight, then we will see you next Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time here on Hooping Live. Goodbye.